Bressler, and welcome to the July 31st, 2017 edition of the Bible, Delight in the Details, as we continue our look at the Psalms. If you were anywhere near Lakeland, Florida today, my hometown, then you know we had a deluge, a good old-fashioned Noah's Ark kind of flood. It was really amazing. It rained at my house nonstop, very, very heavily for over 14 hours. And it put me in mind of Psalm 104, which is a psalm devoted to how great God is, primarily through looking at what he has done with creation. And there is a section in there that talks about the great flood. It's very clearly talking about that, talking about that the land was covered and that at God's thunder the waters poured forth, and then at his word they receded. And now the waters of the oceans and seas stay within the bounds that he set for them. You know, this brought to mind something that a lot of people don't understand. It's one of those details that is often overlooked. When you think of the flood, you of course think of the ark, and many people think about it as a boat or a ship, but it's not at all. The word ark actually means box, and the only similarity between an ark and a boat is that it's hopefully watertight, and it can float, but it does not have a rudder or sails or any way in which it's meant to move in a certain direction. It is solely meant to keep you afloat. It is solely a survival kind of thing, a protection. There's nothing that the people inside of the ark could do to steer that ark. In fact, it's very interesting that in Genesis, it says that the ark came to rest upon the mountains of Ararat. It doesn't say that it was steered there, although we know that it was the providence of God that placed it there, but there was certainly nothing that Noah or his family did to cause that ark to arrive at a certain destination. It's interesting that it's the very same word, ark, which is used in two other contexts. The ark, which was the basket that carried baby Moses down the Nile, and also the Ark of the Covenant, which was a box overlaid with gold that contained the remnants, or the souvenirs, if you will, of God's presence with the Israelites, the Ten Commandments, the pot of manna, and Aaron's rod that budded. The interesting thing here is that the ark is the protection. And when you're going through storms in your life, that's what you need. You need God's protection. You need God to keep you literally afloat. In fact, we do even talk about that, do we not? We talk about, colloquially, I'm just trying to stay afloat during the difficult times. When you're in that kind of survival mode, be aware that you are not being called upon at that time to get yourself out of it or to know where your ultimate destination is going to be. That's in the hands of the Lord. And all you need to do, just like all Noah had to do and all he could do, is trust in the Lord and be at peace during that time of waiting and that time of protection as God moves you through something that is very, very difficult. Be confident that God will bring your ark to rest at the proper destination. I'm J. Lenora Bressler. Visit me tomorrow in the next edition of the Bible, Delight in the Details. Have a great night.